Hey guys, so today we're going to be looking at the new update for the patch notes, so let's just get right into it. So right off the bat, overview. Hello everyone, it's been an interesting week with the patch that had a few unexpected slip-ups. After testing and balancing, the wrong version of some files for our new Warbond items were shipped, which wasn't part of the plan. Misaligned scopes also made an unwelcome return, albeit in a new form. Some bugs really are persistent, aren't they? Silently stares off into the distance. I love when they add those little messages like that into them. So we even double-checked the scale of the last 16 sickle just to be sure on the key points for this patch. So the first thing is the last double-edged sickle was meant to start with light armor penetration and build up to medium as more heat builds up, but it launched with medium armor penetration right away, even with 0 heat. I mean, I kind of like that a lot, so I'm kind of interested in where they're going to go with that. The next thing, the GP31 ultimatum also gained extra ammo from the previously a bug but now a feature siege ready armor passive, and we feel that this specific combination is too strong. We're huge fans of big booms booming big, to quote our fabulous design director. That's pretty funny. So we didn't want to make the weapon less satisfying to use. We still wanted to bring democratic tears to your eyes every time you use it. However, we will be addressing how easy it is to access extra ammunition for it, ensuring it requires a bit more effort to use to the full effect. It's not our intent to release Warbond items that you need immediate balancing, and we understand that any changes we make can evoke strong feelings. And as with any of our previous updates, we'll keep monitoring the situation closely. Your input is invaluable, so please continue to share your thoughts on these changes. We're open to making further adjustments if needed. All right, guys, now we're going to be getting into the balancing, the actual changes to the weapon. So the first thing is the last 17 double edge. We've rebalanced the weapon to make the risk/reward dynamic more impactful. The goal is to ensure it feels like a truly powerful weapon while properly balancing the self-damaging mechanics to reflect its high-risk nature. In the current live version, we felt it lacked both the punch and the level of risk we wanted, and we didn't feel like it really lived up to our intent. To be honest with you, I was perfectly fine with the damage that it had. Like, I think it was actually punching pretty hard. So anyways, the old version of it, 0 to 25% heat, AP3, 55 damage, 0 damage to the player. At the second stage, 26 to 90% of the heat is still AP3, 55 damage, deals 10 damage to the player. And at the third stage, at 91% heat and above, gives you AP3, 55 damage, and deals 55 damage to the player, plus the fire status effect. I don't know, I felt like this was okay. I didn't really see anything wrong with this, but we'll see what they had in mind for the new version. 0 to 25% heat, AP2, 55 damage, deals 0 damage to the player. I'm not a huge fan of that there. I really like this weapon because of the medium armor pen, but we'll keep reading on. 26% to 50% heat, AP3, 55 damage, deals 10 damage a second to the player. So just like the pre-patch change, so that's perfectly fine and normal. The third stage, 51 to 90% heat, AP3, 70 damage, but deals 20 damage per second to the player. Now I'm wondering how much this is going to affect us when we're running the inflammable armor passive with the vitality enhancement. Probably going to make a video on this very soon, but I can't wait to find this out. And now the most interesting one is at 91+% heat, you get AP4 and 70 damage. So if I'm not mistaken, this is going to be able to shoot out the eyes of Hulks and also go straight through the legs of Chargers. So this could be pretty game changing. However, just like the previously patched one, it's going to deal 50 damage a second to you and also give you the fire status effect. I mean, that seems like a very big trade. A lot of damage for yourself and a lot of damage you can pump out. It's going to be pretty interesting to see how much this shreds through heavier enemies. The magazines also got increased from starting magazines from 1 to 2, spare magazines from 2 to 3. That's actually another really helpful thing, so I did find myself reloading, not a lot, but I'd say more often than I would with, like, let's say the sickle or the scythe and stuff, just because, like, when you're at max heat, you start damaging yourself and you don't always want that all the time. So I think the ammo increase is definitely really appreciated. The next note we have is the ultimatum. We have seen a lot of mixed players' feedback for this weapon and how certain players feel it trivializes some of the harder content, while others feel it plays just fine and it's a great addition to the game. We have carefully opted for an approach where we'd like to reduce the ease of access to additional ammunition while maintaining the weapon's core identity as a powerhouse. This means players will need to put in more effort and strategy to maximize its effectiveness at the cost of some armor and booster synergy for this specific weapon. We will continue to monitor these changes, so please keep providing us more feedback. The GP31 ultimatum is no longer influenced by the Hellpod space optimization booster or the siege ready armor passive. Yeah, I don't know how I feel about that one. Like, to be honest with you guys, I kind of thought the ultimatum was like, I know this might be an unpopular take, but it didn't really feel like anything overpowered. Like I was saying before in my streams, is that the ultimatum takes up your secondary slot, which you usually use for either the grenade pistol that has a ton of utility on bug planets, you know, blowing up bug holes, or even illuminate spaceships, I guess sometimes fabricators, but not really, or taking the senator, that's another powerhouse weapon on like the bot front that you can easily take out hulks with. So I mean, I kind of thought the ultimatum was like kind of balanced all around before, so I don't know how I'm gonna feel after this one. I don't think I'll probably use it as often as I do, but I don't know, I think the ammo was perfectly fine with it. But anyways, we'll see how it goes, just my opinion. And now with the fixes, they fixed a bug where the scope's aim center was misaligned with the projectile's fire trajectory, affecting all weapons, but most notably when aiming down sights. So this is going to be huge. So if you're missing any shots, so if you're missing your shots when you're aiming down sights, there's a good chance that this is what it was from. All the rest of the stuff are just like crash fixes and stuff like that. Like nothing crazy important. I just went over all the important stuff for myself. If you guys want to take a look at the notes, go check the Steam page. They have them right there. But anyways, if you guys like the video, drop a like, subscribe and stuff. Let me know. Maybe I'll post some more update videos in the future.